Hello and welcome back to Operation Watchtower, our operation to take over Solomons and PNG and anything else that we will take fancy to. Um, to be honest, we are progressing pretty well. Uh, we are taking Santa Isabella now, where we don't have obvious advantage, but we will get there, and then we'll start taking these things as well. Guadalcanal has level 2 airfield. We'll build it to level 4 because the moment I build it to level 5, the game would end. So we are going to go there. Our immediate mission now here is actually to go and bombard Buna here. I've wanted to do it the last episode, but somehow didn't get to it because we were hunting various light cruisers and things. So that's the task, and I will start working on it, and I'll get back to you when I get something interesting. Task Force Solomons encountered something. Let us have a look where we will find it. If it's a sub, we will go and sink it. It's not a sub, it's a few destroyers. Let's go and sink them anyways. And we are already engaging. You can see star shells coming in. It's in a way it's a pity that our scout planes can't drop flares. That was something that was used quite a bit. In fact, what I'll do is I will suggest to the East Indies team, the mod team, that they could add the ability for scout planes to drop flares. That would be pretty cool. And we are getting fairly close misses, which hopefully will turn into hits shortly. When I had a look, we had about 80% solution, so that's a decent chance. I was very close. And she is burning. Indeed, we started some internal fires. What we need to watch for are torpedoes. Yeah, that was a very good hit here. She is already listing. Another good hit. One thing I really like on the US light cruisers is the rate of fire they can put out is tremendous. Yeah, it's really, they can, when they get to it, they will shoot like there is no tomorrow. The big guns are nice, but the rate of fire matters as well, as you can see. Like obviously you can't go with San Diego or someone like that against Congo, or never mind someone like Yamato or anyone like that. But destroyers, light cruisers, even heavy cruisers, because Japanese heavy cruisers are actually not heavily armored. They have big guns, but they are not that heavily armored. So anything like that, it's the rate of fire is your friend. You can see she's now trying to lay smoke, but she's already listing a lot. And I have my suspicion that she is going to go down in not too distant future. So this is the poor Akatsuki that's been entirely destroyed. One of the old destroyers, and I think this one's going to get pummeled. Not overcooking yet, but again, the rate of fire with the density of fire lead to stuff like this. Very nice sinking here we've got. This is the side I really like. One enemy ship sinking, the other one being funneled. Oh. That was a very nice magazine explosion, and she's done for. Let us change everyone's target. I'm thinking, okay, we don't have to change the target because she is surprise thinking. Let's see what we can do about this kamikaze then. Waller is the flame. We need to do something. Warm up. Waller, slow down, brake. Wind factor sort of helps with spreading the flames a lot, so if you can afford it, slowing down does help quite a bit. This kamikaze is not long for this world. You can see our shit going down. Kamikaze class submarine. Sunk all three, no command points, but we didn't expect any. Everything's good. Our scouts discovered a large Japanese task force in Pacific Ocean, sort of north of Santa Isabella Island, and we launched a strike force both from a Cactus and from a Hornet. You can see that it's lots of destroyers, some transport ships, a light carrier, heavy cruisers, and a battleship, a Fuso class 1. What I'm going to do is Dauntlesses from Hornet are going to attack the Fuso battleship, and Dauntlesses from the Cactus, these ones, and Dauntlesses from Cactus are going to attack the light carrier. You can see our swarm of Dauntlesses preparing to take on the Japanese task force, which has no cap. I've got armor-piercing bombs loaded. We'll see. I could have attacked the heavy cruisers, and it would have been much more likely to sink them, but we'll see. I'm sending a mariner here to track this task force, and we will then send some Avengers. I've got another wing of the Dauntlesses, so this would be the BB. I can't remember what's Hornet. Let's see. If it was the Enterprise, it would be BB6. So this is a BB8 attacking, and we can say that the first section's off, and the second one's running as well. And we can say that the second section would be BS8, because for scouting the Dauntlesses were being used as well. Oh, that was nasty. That's a lot of AAA. Nice hits. Was very nice hits. And that Dauntless almost rammed into it directly. Nice. Good hits. Second Dauntless lost. These ones are taking a long time to get there. You know what? I'm going to redirect them against one of the heavy cruisers on the edges. Or actually, we've lost quite a lot of Dauntlesses. 3, 6. Okay. More than I thought we would. Looks like she's flooded. as fire is starting. I will wait with my Dauntlesses, and maybe we'll get a good chance on bombing her some more. Are they going to ram each other? Looks like, again. Let's say that Fuso lost steering, and while Nishin is trying to avoid a lot, she might not be able to. Oh, I think she will. Fuso regained her steering in the end. Okay, and we are readying for another attack. I think because of where they spawned, some of them have managed to leave the... get ready to dive. And off we go in a steep dive. I'm still getting a good angle. Looks like we've lost a Dauntless. This will be excellent if they hit. If they good hit. And we've lost the Dauntless. Cactus Force lost the Dauntless. And get out of here, boys. All three are damaged. We'll see whether they will be lucky or not. Okay, they're getting out of the low caliber. Low caliber, I think, is the biggest threat to Dauntlesses. She is nicely afire. Unfortunately, the battle was a bit too slow. Maybe. Yes! Another one. Another great example. Do we have here one? No. Another great example of the capable hands of the IJN captains. Okay, I'll let it run for a while and see whether the fires will spread and whether we will get something like a magazine explosion which would have sent this down to bottom or not. Okay, the battleship looks like they got the damage under control, so we are going to leave. We've lost 5 Dauntlesses for critical and heavy damage on a battleship. Attacking 30 planes, although I think we've lost 2, well, we haven't lost 2, 2 have disappeared because of the leaving the area thingy. Anyways, what's this one? This one is Hornet. You go back. This one will stay in the area for a bit until our mariner gets there. You can see more Dauntlesses are flying there. I will actually launch Avengers, and we will see. Task Force Cactus has found a small patrol of a couple of destroyers. We are going to engage. I wasn't able to find that task force with the battleship. I suspect they have despawned because unfortunately the AI, actually, if you don't know, the AI doesn't start the task forces in the as you do in a specific port and then shove them somewhere. The AI task forces just randomly spawn and then randomly despawn, which can be extremely frustrating because you're following something and it just disappears. Or worse yet, you cannot block lanes effectively. A big chunk of strategy is basically wasted because the task force will just spawn. And of course you can do spawn place camping if you have enough various units to put there. So that's the reason why, for example, you can see this was a nice hit, why you can see the submarines always being at the same areas. The game just has spawn here, use it with submarine. That was very nice. And it spawns it. You can't catch it. Like some of them at least pretend to do things that they spawn, say near I don't know, Fort Moresby or something like that, or a ball, depending on who you play. But in a lot of cases, it's just, I think in Pacific has one of those spawn places, and they just despawned because they are damaged. Well, and meanwhile, our forces are continuing to hit this Sasho a lot. I think, isn't this the first time Task Force Solomon, Task Force Cactus actually got into some interesting fight? Not that I call this too interesting, but at least it's more than just chasing a sub. I will send a patrol plane to that area where we've encountered that force, so maybe we'll encounter something else, and our distracting carnifex continues its work. The Kingfisher, you can see that instead of shooting at the real danger, they was a nice magazine explosion. So instead of shooting at the real danger, which can cause a magazine explosion, they keep shooting at a scout plane, which doesn't do anything. It doesn't even help with the spotting, unfortunately. If it helped with the spotting, that would have been really cool, but unfortunately it doesn't. I would say that the Sasho is yeah, not going to be long. You can see our ships just here on the horizon. It looks like this guy at least is shooting at our ships, so let's check them, whether there is any damage. Anyone? Yeah, they are shooting. We've got a damage to Mount 53, no, Mount 54, sorry. We are going to okay, I was going to say that we are going to change the target because this Sasho is not going to last for much longer, and as you see it didn't, so we are going now to concentrate on the other destroyer, which obviously is smaller, less armored, and will take less beating to get destroyed, but it will take a bit longer for us to get a good solution on him. Yeah, as I keep saying, this one, the light cruiser Atlanta class are excellent at destroying these things. Lots of fire in rapid succession. Yeah, they're just great. Fletchers are also pretty good. They pack 5-inch guns, which have good rate of fire. One thing which I would like to see here on this game as well, but you know, there's lots of things I would like to see, is in sustained combat, there is no chance that you could sustain the rate of fire as you kept, say, for the first couple of minutes. Oh, she's going to sink. She's already turning into a sub. So say because a lot of it was manual handling, and of course people get tired. Say Fletcher had 5-inch guns in Fletcher, on Fletcher, were shooting 50-pound warheads, 50-pound shells, and there was one guy loading it, it's sinking already, you can tell by the smoke going down, and the powder charge was another 25 pounds, so the guy had to lift 50-pound shell, shovel it in, and then I don't know whether it was another guy or the same guy, drop in the 25-pounder cartridge. That's 75 pounds, and if they could sustain sort of, I think the rate about 20 shots per minute for the first minute, then it's like every 3 seconds. Imagine bringing up every 3 seconds 75 or even 50 pounds. It's 1,000 pounds in a minute. Anyways, we've sunk this. Let's leave. An IJN task force in a similar composition like the one that we've lost, with a Fuso battleship and a light carrier, is running through the slot. I've got in place lots of bombers and Dauntlesses, I mean, and some Mitchells and other things. It looks like they do have some cap in this case. We will see how that goes. Mitchells, you are going to attack the cruiser. It's semi-suicidal mission, but I've given orders to my Dauntlesses as well. Something is being shut down. I have no idea what it is. We will see. I have task force Cactus in the area, not far, but I would have to sink something, do heavy damage to at least the heavy cruisers, if not the battleship, because otherwise it basically would stand no chance. So let's see how the Mitchells will do with their skip bombing. If they all three manage to release the bombs, which they did, which was an excellent thing. We lost 2 Mitchells, but that's okay. Dauntlesses are being picked up, unfortunately. Lots of Dauntlesses lost. Mind you, we've done some serious damage to the ship, but yeah, we've lost lots of Dauntlesses. There are some more Dauntlesses coming in. One lost. Secondary explosion, not a bomb. Second lost. Lots of Dauntlesses. Our door knockers are coming in for an attack, but I'm not putting a huge amount of hope into the torpedoes. If we get 1 or 2 hits, that's a plus. I will be attacking this heavy cruiser because it's on the edge, so we are actually probably best suited with the AAA fire. The first 3 door knockers are coming. There's lots of others. We'll see how that goes. If she gets 2 or 3 torpedoes, then we should be okay. Second door knocker. Third door knocker. Yeah, as I say, like 2 hits would be sufficient, but we'll see. Got quite a few torpedoes coming in, but I suspect that more than a few of them will be duds. Another door knocker. Another 1, 2. 1 more, please. 3. This is like ridiculous, really, but that's how it was, unfortunately, for better or worse. 3. 4. Yeah. Well, you can see we've got 2 hits, as in 2 explosions, from 16, but we got it sinking. That's the main thing. We suffered about a third of the casualties, I would say. I can see 2 of Mitchell's 2 torpedo bombers, and probably 10 dozen of, how many? 18. We lost 18. Well, that's slightly more than a third. Yeah. But we sunk a heavy cruiser and heavily damaged this battleship. Okay, that's not optimal. Most likely I would say that these 2 turrets are out, which means that she still has 8 big guns and who knows how many small ones. If we are extremely lucky, that 1 torpedo that's still running might hit something, but it's unlikely. I would say that they will get this under control, so let me finish the episode here, and what I'll do, I've got the task force Cactus, as I said, nearby. I cannot remember whether it has 2 heavy cruisers and 2 light cruisers and a destroyer, or whether it has 3 light cruisers and a heavy cruiser. If it has 2 heavy cruisers, then I would probably be willing to risk it in engaging. So what I will do is I will finish the episode here, as I said. I hope you enjoyed it. It was quite an interesting one, that's for sure. If you did, please consider subscribing and liking as usual. But also feel free to comment whether I should engage this task force with my task force Cactus. I still got VS8 from Hornet heading this way, so there might be a bit more bombing before they engage, or I will actually at least try to do some more bombing before we engage. I don't know whether I should bomb the heavy cruiser or the battleship, probably the heavy cruiser. And yeah, we will see what that brings. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you at that video whenever that is.